everyone, it's Evelyn Intuitive. Welcome to a new pick a card. Today's topic is your May forecast. So we're going to bring through predictions for you about May, and then I will also bring through advice for you about how to navigate May, how to make the most out of May. So I hope whatever comes through will be helpful and interesting. Before we get into it, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can find my booking page linked below in the comment section and description box. Also check out my tarot course. I can teach you how to read the cards accurately and intuitively even if you're not psychic. I can also teach you how to read the cards without having to depend on memorizing the hundreds of textbook meanings of each individual card, which can be quite daunting. So my tarot course is also linked below in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. Feel free also to give this a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Let's get into it though. There are 4 groups to choose from as always. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So those are the groups. Take as much time as you need to choose. You can pause the video here if you need more time. If you chose group 1, I will start with you. If you chose any of the others, just go down to the timestamps in the description box and click on the time that corresponds to your group. Hi group 1, if you chose the first deck, let's get into your reading and see what is your May forecast. What is going to be happening for you in May? What are going to be the themes and the patterns of May? For pile 1, please. Can we have 5 cards from this deck? We have the King of Swords, the Page of Wands, you may be with the King of Swords and the Page of Wands, I'm kind of getting that you may keep something a secret in May, or you may keep something to yourself. We have the Death card. What is going to be happening in May for our pile 1 people, please? I'm not sure if someone is going to tell you a secret or tell you to keep something a secret. Keep something to yourself. There may be something going on privately between you and 2 other people. Somebody may tell you something in confidence. We have the Queen of Swords. Can we have 1 more card, please? What is going to be happening in the month of May for our pile 1 people, please? And we have the Hierophant. So I feel like the King of Swords and the Page of Wands are actually representing 2 people here, and it looks like in the month of May, these people represented by the King of Swords and the Page of Wands may be going to ask you to get information out of somebody else, represented by the Queen of Swords. With the Hierophant here, there may be 2 people who ask you to kind of gauge where somebody stands on something, or what they're thinking, or what they're feeling, or even what their plans are. They may ask you to kind of indirectly, get information out of somebody, out of this person represented by the Queen of Swords. They may even ask you to influence this person in some way, to try to influence this person's decisions or this person's choices. But it feels like there's something kind of clandestine going on here, or covert, with the Death card here. Like, don't tell anyone about this, or don't let on that this is happening. In the month of May, there may be somebody who is making plans, or who is making a decision about something that's very big, that's very important. But I'm not actually sure that that's you. So this is kind of talking about, in the month of May, there may not be much going on with you, but there may be a lot going on around you with people around you, and you may find yourself kind of caught in the middle of something. There may be these two people represented by the King of Swords and the Page of Wands may try to use you as some sort of a messenger or something like this. And I feel like it may make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I feel like it's kind of okay to say no or to opt out a little bit. In the month of May, you may, it looks like in the month of May, you are going to be exploring the unknown or seeking to make sense of something or understand something. Yeah, it's like you're in the month of May, you're going to be trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together to make sense of something that may have happened in the past. You're going to be delving into the unknown and into what you don't know or into what is missing and piecing things together, making sense of things. So if there's anything where you felt like you've only had half the story or half the information, or whether you felt like there's something I haven't understood or something I don't know, you may dedicate yourself in the month of May to looking into this. You may also in the month of May be particularly interested in, for example, your astrology or anything metaphysical. You may be interested in delving into your own subconscious in the month of May. It does look like in the month of May, your subconscious and what you're not aware of may be influencing your behaviors a lot in the month of May. Your subconscious and your unconscious with the Death card here may influence a lot of your choices, a lot of your decisions, a lot of how things play out. It feels more for you in the month of May that there may be less free will at play in the month of May and more things that are fated or destined or contracted to happen. So you may feel a lot like the month of May kind of has a mind of its own and is dictating to you how things will go, rather than you feeling like you are dictating how things will go. And so I feel like the message is kind of to surrender to that, like don't fight that. You may not have a lot of influence over the course of events in the month of May, but it does look like you're going to be very interested in understanding your shadow, your unconscious, your subconscious, and anything where you felt like you've had half a story or haven't had all the information at hand. I think you're going to be wanting to figure certain things out that may not have made sense to you. Yes, okay, let's bring through your advice. What is the advice for pile 1 in the month of May, please? Can we have 5 cards from this deck? What is the advice for pile 1 to make the most of May? We have the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Cups. The Queen of Cups. The 5 of Cups. Can we have one more card, please? What is the advice? This one. And the Emperor. So don't do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. This kind of brings me back to this situation with these two people who may ask you to kind of figure out, like, when it comes to this Queen of Swords person, what's this person thinking? What are they doing? What are their plans? What are they feeling? And I feel like you may feel like it's kind of manipulative or dishonest, or manipulative. And I feel like the advice is, I feel like you respect this person represented by the Queen of Swords, and I don't feel like you are a manipulative person or someone who likes to do things in secret. And so the message is to kind of don't do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable or that feels manipulative, because I don't feel like that's part of your character. Don't, like, if you don't feel like being a messenger or a middleman, then don't let that happen, or don't put yourself in that position, or don't let anybody else put you in that position. And I feel like almost if you feel like something is wrong, this could even be to tell somebody about it, to tell somebody about what is going on with these other people. So with the 5 of Cups here and the Emperor, it's kind of like, don't be afraid to kind of tell an authority figure about something that you feel may be happening, that you feel may be manipulative or dishonest or wrong, or the advice is also to kind of seek advice from this person represented by the Emperor. Like, if you're having trouble figuring out whether you think something is right or wrong, it could be helpful to consult with this person represented by the Emperor. Like, what do you think of this? Do you think that's right or wrong? Am I wrong and feeling like something is a little bit wrong or a little bit off, or am I right and feeling like something's off? So go to somebody you trust to ask them what they think about a certain situation. And I feel like it's referring to this situation represented by or involving the King of Swords and the Page of Wands. Okay, I feel like that's all the messages I'm getting from this spread, so I think I will end the reading here. I hope you found this helpful and interesting. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can find my booking page linked below in the comment section and description box. Feel free to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also, check out my tarot course. I can teach you how to read the cards accurately and intuitively, even if you're not psychic. I can also teach you how to read the cards without having to depend on memorizing the hundreds of textbook meanings of each individual card, which can be quite daunting. So my tarot course is also linked below in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. I will say goodbye to you here though, Pile 1. Take care and hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Hi Pile 2, if you chose the second deck, let's get into your reading and see what is going to be happening for you in the month of May. Can we have 5 cards from this deck? We have the 3 of Swords. What is going to be happening for Pile 2, in the month of May? Can we have 4 more cards? That's too many. Three of Swords, 7 of Wands. I feel like you're refusing to kind of lay down and die in the month of May. It looks like there may have been something that happened that kind of knocked you back a bit or made you feel a bit defeated. And in the month of May, you're kind of picking yourself up by the bootstraps and kind of going, I'm going to fight. I'm going to try. I'm going to keep going. So you're refusing to give up or to give in. In the month of May, you're refusing to let something get you down. We have the Knight of Wands. You're very strong. You're very strong in the month of May. You have a very strong willpower, a very strong desire to win, drive to win, to be undefeated. So it looks like there may have been something that you temporarily let defeat you, like that caused you to kind of give up. And I feel like in the month of May, you're like, no, step out of it. Let's keep going. Let's keep trying, or let's try again. Don't give up. Don't give in. We have the 6 of Wands. And you may be going to succeed in the month of May as well. Succeed with something. In the month of May, you're going to see your true colors, or you're going to see for yourself what you're truly made of, or who you truly are, which I feel, we have the Page of Pentacles here, which I feel is a winner. You're a winner. You're a warrior. You're a fighter. You're very passionate in the month of May, and also things may happen very quickly and things may improve very quickly. I feel like there could even be like a 180-degree turnaround here in the month of May, where like you really turn things around. So it looks like you may have been a little bit in a negative spiral. It looks like maybe something happened that upset you, or that made you feel defeated, or that made you feel knocked back in some way. And maybe you went into a negative spiral, thinking negatively, feeling negatively, thinking negative thoughts. feeling low. And in the month of May, you're kind of like, no, pick myself up by my bootstraps, snap out of it, let's keep going, let's stand up and fight. And in the month of May, you're going to do like a 180-degree turnaround where you may turn the situation around, especially if something went wrong or an obstacle showed up. You may dissolve that obstacle, you may turn things around 180 degrees, and it may happen very quickly as well. The month of May is a very fast moving, it has a very fast moving energy for you as an individual. And when things change and when things progress, they may change very quickly, and you may suddenly find yourself in a much better situation. And it's not by accident, it's not by chance, it's not about luck. This is because of you and your drive and the strength of your spirit to kind of keep things moving, keep things going. Especially if anything has, I feel like some people in this group may be studying, maybe at school still or at university. Some of you, maybe any of you who were sick or had something that caused you to stop studying or stop submitting assignments or something, you may catch up. So if you've fallen behind in any way due to an injury or an illness or something with your mental health, you may be going to catch up in the month of May and finish your assignments or complete your exams, and you may even really succeed, excel. You may get really high grades or really high good results. Let's bring through your advice. What is the advice for pile 2 in the month of May, please? Can we have 5 cards? We have the Page of Wands. What is the advice for pile 2? We have the Moon, Page of Wands, the Moon. Can we have 3 more cards, please? This one, Temperance, Ten of Swords, try to be patient with yourself. I feel like many of you are learning something new or still adjusting to something. And I feel like the month of May is going to call for you to be patient, most of all with yourself. Be kind to yourself in the month of May. Some of you need to practice. I'm hearing practice makes perfect. Keep doing something until you've mastered it. Keep trying with something. Also, with the Page of Wands and the Moon, you should be exploring your emotions. You should be exploring your psychology. I feel like the month of May is going to be all about being psychologically strong. And so in the month of May, you need to kind of understand your psychology. You may benefit from understanding how you think and why you think certain thoughts. And if you can understand how you think and why you think a certain way, it may help you to master your thoughts. And that may in turn help you to find your drive, find your willpower. So you should be, any of you who go to a psychologist or have been considering going to a psychologist or some sort of a therapist would really benefit from this, especially if we have some sports people in this group. Consulting with a sports psychologist may be particularly effective for you and enlightening for you in the month of May. And we have the Two of Wands. You're also, in the month of May, the advice is also to reflect on your past mistakes, or in the past where something went wrong or didn't work out, or you kind of fell flat on your face. You're being encouraged to observe those past experiences and kind of reflect on them and learn from them and understand why that happened. Why did that happen a certain way? If something went wrong in the past, or I crashed and burnt, why did that happen? What were the thoughts that I was thinking that led up to that? What were the events that led up to that, and why did that happen, and what do I have to learn from that? So you're being encouraged to learn from your mistakes, or reflect on your mistakes, or in the past, if you ever got burnt out, crashed and burnt, or gave in or gave up, ask yourself, like, what were the thoughts I was thinking that led to that? And how do I need to keep those thoughts in check now so that I can win, or so that I can succeed. It looks like there's something you're wanting to succeed with or wanting to achieve. And it looks like you may have had experiences in the past where you failed to succeed with that thing or failed to achieve that thing. And I feel like what contributed to it were your thoughts. There may have been negative thoughts you were thinking or self-sabotaging thoughts. And so you're being encouraged to kind of ask yourself what those thoughts were, even what those self-sabotaging, like self-destructive actions were that caused you to fail in the past or not succeed or fall short. Learn from that and ask yourself, how do I need to keep those thoughts or those actions in check now so that I can succeed? Okay, I feel like that's all the messages I'm getting from this spread, so I think I will end the reading here. I hope you found this helpful and interesting. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can find my booking page linked below in the comment section and description box. Check out my tarot course too. I can teach you how to read the cards accurately and intuitively, even if you're not psychic. I can also teach you how to read the cards without having to depend on memorizing the hundreds of textbook meanings of each individual card, which can be quite daunting. So my tarot course is also linked below in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. Feel free also to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I will say goodbye to you here though, Pile 2. Take care and hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Hi Pile 3, if you chose the third deck, let's get into your reading and see what is going to be happening for you in the month of May. We have the Two of Swords. What are going to be the patterns and themes for Pile 3 in the month of May? Two of Swords, the Hierophant. What is going to be happening for Pile 3, please, in the month of May? Can we have 3 more cards? Three of Wands. The World and the Ten of Swords. And we have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Well, it's interesting. It's kind of, you may, in the month of May, decide that you may decide not to do something. It looks like there may have been something that you had planned to do, but I wonder if you did it with the Two of Swords. I wonder if you did it kind of made this decision kind of impulsively or didn't think it through. It looks like there may be something that you committed to. I don't know if you even signed a contract for something. And I feel like in the month of May, you're going to change your mind. You're going to decide that you don't want to do something, and I feel like that thing you're deciding you don't want to do, it has something to do with moving to a specific place. It looks like there may have been something that it feels like there may have been an opportunity that came to you maybe in previous months to relocate or to do something that involved dealing with a faraway place, another city, another country. And it feels like in the month of May you're going to kind of wake up and go, actually, I don't want that. I don't want to go to that place, or I don't want to be dealing with that faraway place. I'd rather stay where I am. So you may break a contract in the month of May. You may withdraw from something or pull out of something. I'm not sure if this, it's like you may decide that something's not a good idea anymore in the month of May. With the World here, this could be partly influenced, like what causes you to decide that maybe something's not a good idea or not what you want to follow through with. Could be to do with what's going on in the world at the moment with the war in the Middle East, or other political problems, things going on globally, changes, instability. So it looks like in the month of May, you're going to make quite a big decision. And that big decision is, I've decided that I'm not going to follow through with something. I've decided, now that I've thought about it, spent some time thinking about it, I've decided that it's not such a good idea. And with the Two of Swords, as I said before, it feels like this thing you're going to decide is not a good idea may have been something that you said yes to without fully thinking about it, without maybe fully thinking about the consequences or what it meant, or maybe what was going on in the world. And it looks like you may have signed something with the Hierophant here, signed some sort of a contract, something official. But it looks like you are successfully going to pull out of this thing. So whatever this contract is, it may not be watertight. There may be a way for you to cancel the contract without there being any consequence. But it looks like in the month of May, you may also be very affected by things that are going on in the world, things that are out of your control. Some of you may even cancel a trip. I'm not sure if some of you had a trip planned, planning to travel to another country. Some of you, it may have been moving to another country, but some of you may cancel travel plans, or decide not to relocate, for those of you who are deciding to relocate. But some of you may cancel travel plans, and I feel like that has to do with things that are out of your control, like things that are going on in the world, global instability, global conflict, things like that. Let's bring through your advice. What is the advice for pile 3 in the month of May, please? Can we have 5 cards from this deck? We have the 10 of Swords, the Sun, can we have 3 more cards, please? What is the advice for pile 3 in the month of May, please? Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. The advice that's coming through is not related to this, what came through here. The advice is to I feel like there may be quite a busy month for you. There may be a lot going on, and you may be a little bit distracted in the month of May, or a little bit vacant in the month of May. And so the advice is to concentrate, to stay alert. You may be susceptible to misplacing things in the month of May, or forgetting things in the month of May. So make sure that you have any appointments that you need to go to in your calendar with reminders, because otherwise you may forget or run late. Make sure that you don't do things like misplacing your keys or leaving your lights on in your car. You may be a bit distracted in the month of May and lacking concentration, lacking focus. You may be a little bit flustered in the month of May, and you need to be careful not to lose things or forget things or misplace things or run late. So stay focused, be present in the month of May, especially if you have a lot going on. Don't let yourself become too flustered or too vacant, because then you may miss appointments or run late, misplace things like your keys, forget important things. So in the month of May, like if there's anything important going on, make sure that you write it down or put it in your calendar, or that you're very careful about where you put things. Just with the Seven of Swords here, also be careful in the month of May about things like scams. If you get any dodgy emails or texts, make sure that you don't reply to them, or that you look into them further to make sure that they're actually legitimate. You may be, especially if you're also traveling or something, maybe some of you are already traveling, but you're going to cut your travel short because of some things that are out of your control, things that are going on in the world. So any of you who are traveling, who are not in your country of origin or your city of origin, make sure that you don't be careful about pickpocketing and things like this. So the advice in the month of May is just to stay alert, be present, don't get too flustered, concentrate, focus, put things in your diary, in your calendar, make sure you're not running late for things, stay alert. Okay, I feel like that's all the messages I'm getting from this spread, so I think I will end the reading here. I hope you found this helpful and interesting. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can find my booking page linked below in the comment section and description box. Also check out my tarot course. I can teach you how to read the cards accurately and intuitively even if you're not psychic. I can also teach you how to read the cards without having to depend on memorizing the hundreds of textbook meanings of each individual card, which can be quite daunting. So my tarot course is also linked below in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. Feel free also to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I will say goodbye to you here though, Pile 3. Take care and hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Hi Pile 4, if you chose the 4th deck, let's get into your reading and see what is going to be happening for you in the month of May. Can we have 5 cards, please? What is going to be happening for Pile 4 in the month of May? We have the Emperor. Can we have 4 more cards, please? What is going to be happening for Pile 4 in the month of May? We have the Temperance. What patterns or themes will be happening? 3 of Pentacles, the Emperor, Temperance, 3 of Pentacles. Well, you're making great inroads in the month of May. We have the 6 of Pentacles. You're making great progress and great inroads with something in the month of May, and you're going to start seeing results for something that you have been putting a lot of time, effort, even money into. You and somebody else are going to be collaborating with something, and I feel like this person you're going to be collaborating with is somebody that you're in, for most of you, in a romantic relationship with. Others of you, this could just be a friend or an acquaintance, but I also see some people in this group either working in the garden or renovating a home. Some of you may also find that something ends up being a lot cheaper than you were anticipating it being, or you may find a way to cost cut, a way to do something more economically, financially speaking. But yeah, it looks like you're renovating or landscaping or something like this in the month of May, and you're making great progress with something. So something's going to start really taking shape in the month of May. And you may also receive a lot of help in the month of May. There may be a lot of people who care about you, who like you, who are going to be offering to help. I feel like some people in this group may even be, are you moving homes or something, or moving into a home that you've bought, that you've been renovating? I also see you in the month of May kind of spending time between 2 houses, like semi-living in one house and semi-living in another, and going back and forth between the two. And I'm not sure if that's because you're in a relationship or something and you're sort of half living in your own place and half living either in a partner's place or a friend's place. Somebody's also starting school in the month of May. I don't know if this is a child or an adult starting school, studying. Something important is beginning in the month of May. There's also, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have some sort of a milestone, reaching some sort of a milestone with something in the month of May, whether this is like an anniversary or a birthday, or whether you are going to be completing something in the month of May and reaching a new level with something, or completing some sort of a milestone. So something quite important and quite big is happening in the month of May for you. Let's bring through your advice. What is the advice for Pile 4 in the month of May, please? Can we have 5 cards from this deck? This one was, oh no, okay. Can we have 5 cards from this deck, please? We have the 7 of Cups. We have the Temperance. So yeah, I don't know if I'm seeing you working with a contractor or is this an interior designer? I feel like you have your very specific tastes and a very specific style when it comes to how you dress, but also your living space, how you like your house to look. And it looks like you may be consulting with someone who's giving you advice on how to design something, whether this is your garden, like a landscape gardener, or whether this is an interior designer. And this person may encourage you to kind of do something that is trendy, but you may not really like it. It might not be your tastes, but this person may try to really influence you and say, oh, this is really in fashion. This is really trendy at the moment. This is what everyone's doing with their gardens or with their interior. And I feel like you're going to kind of feel like, no, I don't really want that, but I'm feeling tempted to listen to them anyway because they're an interior designer or a landscape designer. But the advice is to kind of don't do anything that doesn't feel like you, your taste, your style. Don't let anybody influence you, even if they are an expert, because it's what they do for a living. Because I feel like this is a space you're going to be living in, or something you're spending a lot of money on. And so you don't want to do something that you ultimately feel like you don't actually like. So we have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. So kind of stick with your tastes. Don't be influenced to do something that's not what you really like or not really your taste. Just because somebody may be an expert, or because they say that it's in fashion, it's trendy, everybody's doing it. Like, if it doesn't feel like your taste, say so. Do what feels right to you, because you don't want to look back and go, oh, I don't like the way my living room looks now, and I regret paying that money, and I've put curtains in and bought furniture that I don't like, or painted the walls a color that I don't like, and now I have to redo it all, and it's going to cost me more money. So it's also, the advice is quality. There should be a focus on quality here in the month of May. So there was this thing about cost cutting or finding a cheaper way to do something, but make sure if you find a cheaper way to do something, that doesn't mean that you're doing it cheaply, or that the results are going to be cheap or rickety. It's kind of like, it could be worth your while to put a little bit more money into something so that you get something that is quality and that lasts, rather than doing something the cheapest way and then having something that looks or feels cheap or doesn't last. And yeah, do something your way. Do things the way you like it, according to your taste. Who cares what the fashion is, what the trend is, what everybody else is doing? I feel like you have very unique tastes. Maybe some of you even have eclectic tastes. And even if there's some expert like a landscape designer or an interior designer who's saying, oh, that's not really what everybody's doing at the moment, or that's not really trendy, or I don't think that looks good. If it looks good to you, do it. Okay, I feel like that's all the messages I'm getting from the spread, so I think I will end the reading here. I hope you found this helpful and interesting. If you would like to book a private reading with me so I can look into this or maybe something else, you can find my booking page linked below in the comment section and description box. Also check out my tarot course. I can teach you how to read the cards accurately and intuitively, even if you're not psychic. I can also teach you how to read the cards without having to depend on memorizing the hundreds of textbook meanings of each individual card, which can be quite daunting. So my tarot course is also linked below in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. Feel free also to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I will say goodbye to you here at Pile 4. Take care and hope to see you in the next video. Bye.